Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to Phrasal Friday. Build up your phrasal verbs. So today I've got 7 phrasal verbs for you to talk about weather and disasters. Some of them are very common, hopefully others you won't have to use. But they're all very natural and the ones you'd use in each situation. So anyway, the phrasal verbs are up here, highlighted in yellow. So pause the video. Read the sentence, think of the context, and think what each phrasal verb means. And well done for the first one. If you said it's pouring down or it's bucketing down outside, we'll have to cancel the barbecue. Means it's raining very, very heavily, like you were in a shower. Generally, I find students learn the idiom, it's raining cats and dogs, I guess because it's quite a fun one. But I wouldn't say it's very natural. No one I know says it's raining cats and dogs. If you want to sound natural, it's bucketing down, or probably more common, it's pouring down. While we're here, we might as well learn the other end of the scale. If it's raining very lightly, it's drizzling. In my country, the UK, it often drizzles in winter. Very light rain. And then a similar idea for the next one. The football match was rained off, so we're going to play next week instead. Means when you cancel something because of bad weather or really rain. This one's always going to be passive, so be rained off, get rained off means the same thing. And then last winter we got snowed in and couldn't leave the house for days. Means when there's lots of snow and you're not able to leave a building, usually your house. Be snowed in, get snowed in the past generally mean the same thing and they can be used interchangeably. However, there is a slight difference in meaning. Get passives are always going to be the action. So for example, every year we get snowed in. Be snowed in is going to be the state. So for example, there was a lot of snow yesterday and we are snowed in now. We can't leave the house. But like I said, in the past can be used interchangeably. And then it was sunny when we arrived at the beach, but it quickly clouded over, means when it becomes cloudy. Quite a useful one because this is definitely the natural way to say this. Instead of it got cloudy, much more natural, it clouded over. And then a number of power lines were blown down during the hurricane is when the wind makes something fall. Generally again, I would probably use this in the passive. The trees were blown down, but you could say the wind, the storm blew something down. And then moving on to talk about fire. There was a bad fire, but thankfully the firefighters managed to put it out. Means when you stop or extinguish a fire. A couple of bits of grammar to review here. Remember, for a separable phrasal verb with a pronoun as an object, it needs to go in the middle. So put it out, not put out it. And also here, manage to put out the fire is specific ability in the past. So we need to use were able to or managed to. I did another video on that one and the link will be available at the end. I would go check it out, it's a useful one to review. And then on the other side, if the firefighters don't manage to put out a fire, there was a terrible fire at the town hall and sadly it burnt down. When fire destroys something completely. So explanation over. A useful group of phrasal verbs because in each of these situations these are only really the things that people would say. As ever guys, if you're finding the video useful, interesting, do make sure to like and subscribe and help this channel grow. I'd be very grateful. When you're ready, let's practice and improve. Just pause the video and put one of the phrasal verbs into these gaps and remember you might have to change the form of the verb. Past, verb ing, etc. And well done for the first one. If you said, if I was at the beach and it clouded over, I would probably stay but not go swimming. The next one, very, very important, fire safety. You should never put out and oil fire with water. The next one, it poured down or it bucketed down last weekend, so I stayed in and watched TV. And then Notre Dame Cathedral almost burnt down a few years ago, but thankfully didn't. A lot of people in Canada get snowed in winter. We need to use get here because it's the action. And then my picnic got rained off, or my picnic was rained off last month, which was annoying. It's in the past here, so you can use be or get interchangeably. And finally, a lot of trees were blown down during the violent storm last year. So now just pause the video and write, say or discuss the same sentences for you. And finally, today's question, what time of year does it pour down in your country? Write your answers in the comments, guys. Always good to practice the language. So that's basically it for today. Another good group of phrasal verbs. No one likes learning them, but if you keep building with these blocks of 6 or 7, you'll quickly become fairly good at them, and they will make you sound a lot more natural. If you haven't done so already, do check out the other ones on phrasal verbs, and also that grammar video on specific ability in the past, which is over there. Other than that, I'll see you in another video in the next couple of days. So until then, see ya!